bit under the weather. See, there it is. I'm under the weather. And it's sunny and blue skies above here in northern Israel. And a lovely day. To anyways, if I sound a bit off, well, that's why. Apologies in advance for any sneezing or coughing or whooping or other things. What I wanted to tell you real quick is to go over something that is happening in the Bitcoin and crypto markets, and it's not about the trading. Trading is going swimmingly, and generally things are looking to the upside. Don't be surprised to see lots of pullbacks and movements along the way up. That's not what this is about. The market is in go mode, okay? It's been in go mode for a while. In fact, it's been in go mode since really January of 2023. Not just because the prices of everything started to go up, but because there was a good whole year of quote unquote bear market in 2022, where companies that were building things and projects that were building things were pushing new products. We're building new products, pushing ahead with new products or services, and they have since begun to get them launched and begun to bring them to market. And obviously they're still far from perfect in many cases. And a lot of them are just MVPs. But those MVPs are very important to not just prove concepts, but actually to acquire user bases and market share. Sorry, I'm walking by a tree shredder here. Literally just walking by a wood chipper here, so a lot of noise there. Sorry about that. They're chopping up eucalyptus trees, branches that they had to cut down and stuff for whatever reason. I'm not sure why they choose to remove the certain height that they do, but they do. Right? I'm sure somebody, if you're an arborist or a tree engineer, feel free to let me know in the comments why is it that, or how do they determine what proportion of the tree the branches should be cut from. Anyway, so the market for crypto and Bitcoin, like I said, it's in go mode. And if you look at marketing projects and marketing companies and marketing campaigns, there's a lot more happening right now in the Bitcoin and crypto space than has pretty much ever been happening. And I don't just mean banks signing up to the whole concept of crypto and all that stuff. I mean companies who are offering more services. It could be software development, it could be marketing services, it could be graphic design, it could be anything. Right? Business services, accounting services, legal services, right? Heck, you might offer medical services and have some way to tie that into the blockchain, right? Why not? You might be a carpenter and tie something in with blockchain or crypto, right? And a lot of companies that way back in the day, in like 2014, even 2012, 2013, 2014, they were accepting Bitcoin and crypto as payments, but mostly usually back then it was like pretty much just Bitcoin. a lot of them stopped offering crypto as a method of payment. They're offering those payment systems again. They're offering payment options again in crypto. Right? And the way that they used to do it was obviously much clunkier back then. In the sense of that, you know, in 2013, 2014, if you were accepting Bitcoin or Litecoin or whatever, you know, whatever payment options you're offering in 2015 or 2016, if you're accepting Bitcoin or whatever, there was a high probability that the system was pretty clunky, and as a business, you weren't, you know, it wasn't easy to quickly make the conversions to like a stable coin if you wanted to, like obviously, or the fiat, right? So a lot of people just didn't want that because it was too volatile, right? In terms of like the returns, and they would see the price of their sale change radically. And if it went up, great, but if it went down, not so great, right? So, so that's why we're seeing now a resurgence of companies, more than in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, right? And then 2022, of course, was a year when everything went to heck again, just like it did in 2018. We're seeing now a resurgence that already is like almost 2 years in, okay? And it still has probably another year before the next period when people will psychologically think, oh, every 4 years, even though it has nothing to do with that, right? So if it's 3 years on, 1 year off in the minds of people that run these things, then we still have another year of running. And the fact is, you know, look, if Bitcoin gets to dizzying heights in price in the next year, you know, if it cracks $250,000 or more, $500,000, $1 million, whatever insane number, I don't think it's going to go that high, but I know there's people predicting it. If it did get up even to $250,000, right, and then suffered an 80% pullback, then you're talking like a $50,000 Bitcoin again. Wouldn't you love that right now? If you could buy at 50 grand and know it was likely to go right back up. Sure, but that'll be a little while, right? Is there a probability it'll do that? Yeah. Will that cause companies that are currently marketing and pushing products and services to get to take a pause on their work? No, it'll just cause them to shift focus and rebuild for the next upcycle. You know, that's going to do it for now. I'll talk to you guys later.